11 convicts serving life imprisonment in the Bilkis Bano rape case of 2002 were freed from Godhra sub-jail on Monday. The convicts were freed after a panel appointed by the state government had approved their application for remission of their sentence.
Right. Gargi, the decision was taken by the committee that was set up and headed by the Godhra district collector. In January 2008, a special CBI court in Mumbai had sentenced the 11 accused to life imprisonment on charges of gang rape and murder of 7 members of Bilkis Bano's family.
All right, well, let's go across to Sohit now for more details. And Sohit, you know, the Bilkis Bano case was one of the most horrific of the Gujarat riots case. The fact that a pregnant woman was gang raped, her children were killed, most of her family was killed in those riots. And now, on Independence Day, you have those who were convicted of her rape and murder of her family members now being set free. Their sentence being remissioned.
Absolutely, Gargi. In fact, this was one of the most talked cases if we talk about the 2002 Godhra riot and its aftermath. And however, after serving 15 years in jail, one of the convicts had approached the Supreme Court with the plea of the premature release. And then the Supreme Court had directed the state government to form a committee, and the committee had recommended the release of the 11 convicts. Now, the decision was taken by the committee that was set up and headed by the Godhra district collector, and the convicts were freed after the panel appointed by the state government approved their application for remission of sentence. As you said, this was a very horrific case in which Bilkis was gang raped and a 3-year-old daughter was among the 14 killed by a mob on the 3rd March of 2002 in Limkheda Taluka of Dahod district. And we know that how this case was earlier in Gujarat, and later it was transferred to Mumbai, after which these accused were sentenced to life imprisonment on the charge of gang rape and the murder of the 7 members of the Bilkis Bano's family. The Bombay High Court had later also said that these convicts have served more than 15 years in jail, after which, as I said, one of them approached the Supreme Court with the plea of premature release. If we talk about this case, Bano was 21 years old and 5 months pregnant when she was sexually assaulted in a village near Ahmedabad while fleeing the violence that broke out in the aftermath of the Sabarmati train incident in Godhra. Her 3 children were among those who were killed in this riot. Initially, the case began in Ahmedabad, and later it was transferred to Mumbai. These 11 men were sentenced to life imprisonment. And however, now, as we all are speaking, that they have been freed from the Godhra sub-jail on Monday, and they were freed after the panel appointed by the state government approved their application for remission of sentence.
That's right, Sohit, and a lot of reactions coming in about this, about the fact that this remission was granted, and it took so long to convict them. Finally, their conviction was upheld in May 2017 by the Bombay High Court, and it was just in 2019 that Bilkis Bano had been awarded compensation by the Supreme Court, and now in 2022, those men who were convicted have walked out of jail.
Absolutely. It was a very long process if we talk about this entire case. And even just for the sentencing, it took more than 6 years. In fact, it was in 2008 in Mumbai when the court, the special CBI court, had sentenced the 11 accused to life imprisonment on the charge of gang rape and murder of Bilkis Bano's family. Now, however, since they have been released, questions are being raised that why had this happened, and also you need to see the timing of this release. There is election that is scheduled in Gujarat later this year, and in the same year, the accused in one of the most brutal cases in the history of Gujarat have been released. They have been released by the panel, and now questions are being raised. The big question, however, is that will this be challenged in any court again? That is the big question that one needs to see. As of now, majority of the political parties are not reacting on this issue, but yes, questions are being raised everywhere. It took a very long time. This was a very horrific incident, and on 15th August, these people have been released. The question that is being raised is that on what basis were they released, and what were the reasons that the committee thought of setting them up free in such a horrific case in which 7 people of a family, which includes 3 children, were killed in the 2002 riots.
That's right, Sohit. In fact, AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi has tweeted on this, saying this is BJP's version of Azadi Ka Amrit. The people who are guilty of heinous crime have been given freedom. BJP's bias is such that even brutal rape and hate crimes are forgivable. Will the BJP Shinde Maha government form a committee to consider Rubina Memon's remission as well? Rubina Memon is someone who's been convicted in the 1993 Mumbai serial blast case. So Asaduddin Owaisi there raising questions. He also said that in today's speech, the PM asked Indians to take a pledge not to do anything that lowers the dignity of women. He said something about supporting Nari Shakti. Gujarat BJP government released criminals convicted of gang rape on the same day. The message is clear.